report, and I'll go through the things that I found. Okay. But in summary, everything's fine. Okay. Foundation is good order. There's no cracks or openings in the brickwork or the internal walls, or a separation between roof and walls. So foundation-wise, it's stable, it's settled. Okay. One of the first things that we look at is the foundation itself, and you had the zip level carried out on it, and let me just find out where this is. Okay. Wrong way.
Why does it keep blinking?
It's just recording it.
Oh,
that's all.
I got you.
So that you got it for the internet.
Oh, okay.
We go here. Right. You can see this is the. I've made a note about cutting back the grade around the house. What actually happens is it comes into contact with the brickwork, and the brickwork is porous. The water gets through there, and it can rot the woodwork. So you need to just cut that back. It's very common. People just get over enthusiastic with their grading. Here is the level of the foundation. Basically, it's just over an inch out over the whole of the foundation. Not an uncommon amount. That could change because of the way the foundations move in this part of the world, the expansive soils and everything. But if in the future you find that you see cracks and stuff like that, and you want to have that remeasured, I'll remeasure it for you. It won't cost you anything. It'll always give you a guide as to what's actually happening, and I can tell you, at that stage what you should be doing, if you should be doing something different. So the foundation is okay on the day of the inspection. The grading around the building is okay, except on the right elevation. It's a little flat. It should slope down about 6 to 10 feet. But when this house was built, that was standard practice. Okay? I've noted it because what I want you to do is pay attention to that part of the area. Make sure it doesn't get too wet with the sprinklers. Okay. Because that can cause a problem. I think it's going to drain perfectly. As I say, I just made a note because it's not up to current modern standards.
So what could happen if that soil is
well, it gets unduly wet compared to this side.
Okay.
And that gives you a difference in static water pressure. Okay. Okay, and that can tip the foundation. So that's the only thing, and the chances of that very low. But it's good to know.
Oh, sure.
The roofing material's fine. There's a rotting soffit board at the front. This is to the right of the porch. Okay, that needs to be repaired, and also under the porch in the rear here.
Yes,
there. You saw that, did you? Yeah, that needs to be repaired.
Okay.
The ladder to the attic, internal ladder, there's screws missing, the bottom section doesn't sit properly, it's badly adjusted. Okay, it's easy to fix, but it should be fixed. No, you don't want to fall off those things. No. Structure-wise, everything's fine up in the attic, all the way around. No cracks in the walls, a little bit of evidence of water penetration at the windows, on the window seal in the master bedroom. But it could be just condensation falling on the window and then running off. Okay, but it is a tiny amount. The ceilings, the floors, the doors, they open and close correctly. Everything's fine with the windows. They're corked well. It's in good condition. We don't have stairs. Fireplace checked out very well. Fire lit. It's not self-igniting. You need a lighter.
You have there's like an insulation in there.
Yes, what it is, it's fireproof. Okay, it goes over the top of the actual burners, which are below it. Gas permeates through it, lights, and it gives you the effect of burning logs.
Okay, yeah, but there's like insulation.
That's part of it.
Okay.
Okay, it's like a wool.
Okay.
And so it's glass, it won't burn.
Okay.
Yeah. It looks like insulation, but it's not insulation.
Okay.
The porch was fine. Electrical system is fine. The breaker for the AC unit should be only 50 amps, and there's a 60 amp one fitted. It's very common. What they've done is they've swapped out the unit. That's a brand new unit, as far as I can tell. Is that
new?
They
said they put a brand new in. Yeah.
Okay, so that's all new, but when they did it, they often don't change that breaker out. I wouldn't worry about it. Okay, it's just a matter you need to know.
Okay.
Arc fault detectors are not fitted, but that's common because it's of the age of the property. All its branch circuitry is working well, and the GFCI is operated. Heating equipment fired up, and it worked, so we got the gas burners to light. I'm going to change this. It says the HVA system doesn't have a compressor. It does have a compressor.
Okay.
The compressor, it's a modern unit, it's a completely new unit, and the compressor itself is actually built into the air handler upstairs, and that is merely just the heat dump outside.
Okay.
Normally there's a compressor inside that unit, and there's not on this particular system, but it's not wrong, it's just a different system.
Gotcha.
The drop in temperature is 17 degrees, which is good, so it cools well. The water pressure coming into the house is 80 pounds per square inch, and it passed the static water flow test, so there's good water coming in, good flow of water. The drains are fine, everything ran well, apart from there's a plug missing from the guest bathroom. Okay, you can get one of those once you just pop in.
That's in the bathtub? Or?
It's in the bathtub, yes. Water heater is nearing the end of its safe working life. Water heaters is part of the world last between 6 and 10 years. They're sort of often said they do 10 to 12 years in here. I'll make a note about 10 to 12 years because that's standard. But they do go very quickly. It could last another 4 or 5 years. It's a guessing game. But there is corrosion on it, and that corrosion indicates there's corrosion inside the tank. So there's corrosion on the copper fittings, and there's corrosion therefore inside the tank, in my opinion. It's something to monitor. When you do get it replaced, you can put in a new safety pan, and that will bring it up to code. At the moment it's not code because it doesn't have a safety pan.
Okay.
Safety.
Yeah, it's basically at the bottom of where the water heater is.
Pan,
Yeah, there's a pan. Yeah, it's called a safety pan. There's an illustration. There's a bit of explanation about the unit. Hydrotherapy tub, dishwasher ran perfectly. Food disposal works perfectly. The range and the burners all light. The oven heats up. It heats up to 363 when I set it at 350, which is fine. It's got to be plus or minus 25, and it is.
Okay.
Garage doors open and close perfectly. The lawn sprinkler system, very good. Works very well. I think it's relatively newly installed from what I can see. So overall, house is very good. Not a great deal of things other than those things I put out. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to review this report later on today, and then I'm going to send you both another. I'll send you a copy.
Summary, yeah.
Okay, summary in the email with it. You'll get the video, and it'll go up online. You'll be able to have a look at the video, just go over what I've said here, look at the video I took while I went around, and that will familiarise you with the house and what I was looking at the time.
Okay.
Got any questions?
Water